Greetings, exalted ones.
Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. I'm Darthmore516, and today in this video I'll be doing a Yoda HVV guide on how to use him. So before I get started on this, I just want to note that the Twisted Jedi has done a Yoda guide. He's done one for HVV and Galactic Assault, like as a complete guide for him in the whole game. Mine's going to be solely on HVV, but some of the points I will go through, they can relate well to the Twisted Jedi's points for Galactic Assault as well. So just keeping that in mind. Anyways, let's get started. So first of all, Yoda is definitely very underrated. That's one thing I've noticed. A lot of people, not everyone, a lot of people I find that use Yoda, they tend to try and have a spam battle with like Vader and Maul and stuff. And that's the first mistake when you play as Yoda. You can't have a spam battle with them because you will always lose. Like if Vader's standing where I am right now next to me and we're just swinging like this, you'll lose because they always have better swing power. So the best way to use Yoda is to actually maneuver around them. So what you'd want to do is to how to explain this? Yeah, what you want to do is to be able to swing at them a few times, but then also maneuver around them. So try and maneuver side to side, and then get some dashes in. The dash is really important for Yoda, especially when they're blocking, because it can go through their block. And if you maneuver it well enough around them, it'll force them to attack. And then that way, when they do try to swing at you, you can actually either weave or dash, find a way around them, do any damage you can, but you have to always stay on the move with Yoda. It's kind of like how they say that Luke's good when he's always on the move. Same with Yoda especially since Yoda can be damaged very easily against lightsaber heroes. So that's why I also use the agility start card, which is an extra dash. So I've got 3 here and I'm about to jump off like an idiot. Yeah, so I'll quickly show you it since it's kind of a good thing I died. So I use the agility start card here. Yes, the recharge rate is a bit slow, but having 3 dashes is really handy when you're in lightsaber combat. So yeah, having a dash, being able to weave around side to side, backwards or whatever, and just try and avoid as much damage as possible against the spammers, otherwise you will die. One thing you should always do as well is activate your presence before you go into battle when you can. Because this also relates to Galactic Assault as well, or even just any battle you have with Yoda. You'll be able to conserve more max health, so if you lose like your 200 odd health from your presence, you'll still have your full max health to fall back on. So activating that before you go into battle against anyone in Heroes vs Villains is really important. It's something I always do. Oh, that guy didn't die. Yeah, so that's something I always do. It's really important. And as I said, just maneuver around them side to side using the dash whenever you can. Always stay on the move and keep them second guessing what your next move is going to be, whether you're going to dash or wait for them to attack you. But there are times where you might have used all your dashes already. That's why you also got to be prepared to be able to move side to side when you can. Oh my god. Yeah, so you want to try and avoid having a spam battle with them. So if you, let's say you've run out of your dashes and you have none left and you got Vader or someone on you, you've got to be ready to like weave side to side away from them and get a few hits when you can. Because Yoda can be best worked as a bit of a counter-attacker, but he needs to be able, a player with Yoda needs to be able to avoid the damage first though. So if you start off with a dash, they'll definitely follow where you were, so they'll turn around and start swinging at you. So if you need to do another dash, or weave again for another attack, make sure you do so. But one thing that's really good with Yoda and HVV is going up against the blaster villains. So if there's always one around, try and go for them first, because that will definitely help the likes of Luke and Rey, or even Chewie, help deal with the spams a little easier. I just call them spams because a lot of people just swing the button. But not everyone spams, by the way. So yes, that's one really good thing you should do. take out any shooters you can, and that's where Yoda's Unleashed ability is going to come in. So in case you guys didn't notice, there's like a blue outline when you're absorbed charging up. So I'll try and find some troopers to give you an example of that. This one's probably going to die, so let's go in here for it. Yeah, so when you'll see it in a second, if you look at my Unleashed bit here, see how there's a blue outline? It charges up. So it charges up when you're against blaster heroes, and then use the Unleash ability, and it deals extra damage as well as pushing them back. Which does relate to my star card I have here. So it's this one AU, oh not this one, this one. The area of effect Unleash grows stronger when absorbing blaster shots. So even if you're like maybe 5 meters away or maybe 10 meters away from the shooter, you might still be able to use your Unleash when it's charged up. It deals extra damage. And a lot of people who go up against Yoda don't expect them to know how to do that fully. So when they do it, they're like, oh crap, Yoda just pushed me from there, you know? And even if you have like someone like Beta around, not far behind, and you got a shooter, you can still use your Unleash, because hopefully they're not blocking and it actually still pushes them back. Whether it's charged or not, it doesn't matter, because then it'll give you a quick chance to get a good attack on them. So that's where you can go back to what I said before in terms of your dashes, being able to use them well. One thing I do tend to do when I play as well is, as I said before, you don't want to get caught in a spam battle, so it's good to either do no more than 2 attacks and then get a dash off, because then like you're always on the move and it keeps them second guessing from what you're going to do next. Instead of them thinking, oh yeah, Yoda's easy, let's just spam him away and kill him. That will really be beneficial there. You'll notice a lot of my gameplay that I've done of Yoda recently, you'll notice I do that. Like I'll do like 1 or 2 swings max and then get a dash in. Because as I said, it keeps you on the move, and then you know they gotta go, oh crap, I really gotta avoid Yoda now. Because most people think, oh Yoda's an easy target, so yeah, see how I just did the Unleash there? The third guy was here and I was all the way back there, and it still managed to get him. Yeah, so yeah, if you're able to make the enemy team second guess what you're going to do and where you're going, like how you're maneuvering around them. So down a bit too far away, but yeah, if you can keep them second guessing, always on the move, and since Yoda's so small, he's not easy to hit anyway, so you want to try and keep on the move as much as possible. Look, I know I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself a little bit, but these tips are very, very important. Yeah, so I think I've gone through some simple points. The Twisted Jedi goes into more depth about these ideas for Yoda, but in a second I'm going to explore some of the star card possibilities, because there's plenty, and I'm sure a lot of what I use might be different to how you use him, because everyone does play Yoda a little differently. So that's what I want to keep that in mind while I'm doing this. Since I'm discussing this while I'm playing this arcade, I will show another gameplay just to give you a rough idea of how Yoda can really work. And it is a Jabba's Palace game, so even having close quarters isn't always bad for Yoda, providing you can still maneuver around well. So I'll be able to show that off. And there's Blaster Hero or villains and Saber villains as well, so a lot of my tips will come in handy there. Yeah, I'm going to go through the star cards now, so I'm going to quickly respawn here. Okay, so there's a lot of different options, because you know, they're all star cards for a reason. You definitely, what I try to at least have is like a star card for each ability if you can. If you don't like having 3 dashes, the agility is not too bad if you don't mind it. I noticed a lot of people use Opposing the Dark Side, Lightsaber Mastery, or even Jedi Mentor. So this one's a really good one for HUV. It gives them bonus damage, It's not heaps of bonus damage though, but if you're someone who just loves just swinging away whenever you can, or if someone else is being attacked, you can just swing from the back or whatever. That card's not too bad because it'll take them out quicker, especially when your target is low on health and you're defending them. That's a way to go. Since the stamina has been changed recently, this isn't too bad of a card either. So to decrease stamina drain when you swing. So I'm assuming that's just swing. I don't think that counts as his defense. Obviously, since Yoda can be very vulnerable to damage sometimes, having a less overall damage isn't too bad. It's a low number though, so I'll try to avoid it. There are some pretty decent Unleash cards here. It depends on how you like to use that ability. So the one I use obviously is the area of effect grows faster when absorbing blaster shots. So absorbing shots from like Iden, Boba, or even Phasma was really handy. So you could do that, or you could just have the general area of effects, even if it's not charged, it's just larger anyway. Or you could just go get bonus damage when the Unleash is charged up. So that's another way to go. And it's good to at least have one presence card on you. Preferably the bonus health is better. Because as I said, Yoda can be vulnerable to damage sometimes, so having that extra health is very beneficial. So yeah, there's a lot of different options for you. I've already shown you guys what star cards I use. So again, it's up to you depending on your play style, but a lot of the points I've made can relate to Galactic Assault as well. Because especially staying on the move is very important with Yoda, because he's so small. It's it won't be easy to keep track of him sometimes. It's like Boba, if he's flying in the air a lot and he's always in the move, sometimes you struggle to see him. So that's important. I know it's the HVV guide, but a lot of these points can relate to Galactic Assault, such as the agility is really handy to maneuver around the map, especially since a lot of the soldiers, they combat roll pretty quick. So doing like one swing and a dash can really get the kill very quick, because it doesn't always give them time to roll. So that's really important. I learned that from Paul John actually. He was doing that in his kill streaks, so I kind of took that off him. So shout out to you, dude. But yeah, the Twisted Jedi goes into a little bit more depth on how it can be used in Galactic Assault. So I'll link that in the description of this video, so you guys can check that as well. This was more just a HVV guide. Obviously, another important thing to note is whenever you're fighting someone, it's good to try and keep mental track of when they've actually used their abilities. So if Yoda's, like if Kylo has already used his freeze or something, you'll be able to do a little bit more aggressive swinging, because his block can block force powers, so keep that in mind as well. Anyways guys, I think I've made a lot of points very clear here. I am going to show a gameplay of Yoda on Jabba's Palace, so like any match size can work for him as long as you follow some similar tips or use some from the Twisted Jedi's video. So I hope you enjoy the gameplay that comes up. Check out Twisted Jedi's video when you can. Thank you so much for watching guys. I really hope this helped you guys get better at Yoda. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.
Enough, I say.
The galaxy rejoices. Never before have we seen such an all-star cast of great heroes and vile villains joined together in this, the universe's ultimate showdown.
Wait, why are you wasting your time? Alright, target for you. I see. I'm ready. Go. Going inside. Zap him. Give me cover.
commitment for Ray.
Cannot hide.
Attention, we must fight.
Target spotted.
No harm will do.
Think not.
Not bad target practice. That me to you.
Your hope has blinded you. No escape.
We can handle this, right?
Everything. Expect victory?
Boss make a bad end. Target detected.
They're slowing down.
We really gonna fight?
Target identified.
No glory for us.
These are proof of
You're in our friends. We must go.
Get away!
Ray gave it everything she had.
Expected you, my dear.
Target recognized.
Outnumbered?
The Trandoshan is out of the running.
Our vanguard. I will face the darkness.
Opponent marked.
Die! As a team, we must work. This is more like it.
Already defeated.
A lot of you. So what?
Target detected.
Helpless.
identified.
My team's not through yet.
Target located. Captain Phasma is out of commission.
I've been waiting. Stop this.
Target recognized.
Keep it up, kid.
Alert. Odds of success decreasing. Identifying target.
Shot that enemy. You don't leave me much choice. Roy, go!
No more! You understand?
Think you can resist?
You're angry.
This isn't so bad. Fight you myself.
Great darkness, you empower. Without
Get
anger.
him.
Darth Vader has been struck down.
What's
Target
it? Hear me?
detected.
Somewhere close. Don't get sloppy.
I am not so easily injured.
Next time, fight better, Yoda must. Target spotted.
They're attacking. Destroy.
Too swift for you? Hmm?
Feel the life in you. How? You cannot
Did your best.
oppose me.
Boss won't collect that bounty.
You should.
Target identified.
Can't let you walk. Get me by my size, do you?
Where are you?
Your anger blinds you. My anger guides me. Help us. It's me, Unplugged. There's more, you see.
Your life.
Fire!
You defy me?
A wrong turn of events for Boba Fett.
May the Force be with you, always.
The Sith are all powerful.